always a pleasure speaking with you. And, we were just kind of quickly mentioning before we started that this is definitely an annual thing.
It
Um,
is. It's what we do.
yeah, especially because when we talk about, it's not just about Canada's biggest music night, it's Canada's biggest music week as we talk about the
Yes.
Junos. So many things have been going on. How the heck are you and your team balancing with what's going on with the broadcast of the Junos? What's going to happen on the Juno weekend? What's happening during the Juno week? Plus, you have your own show too. How are you balancing all of this?
Hanging in there, because I feel like you probably feel the same way. We're just so excited to be doing this again, not virtually. I appreciated the fix, if you will, but I feel like it's so nice to get back to in-person events and be running all over town again. And the thing I love about the showcases that lead into Juno weekend is it really just revs everyone up. It gets everyone together, especially we haven't been doing this kind of live music thing in a long time. So gets us back under one roof and enjoying great tunes. And then before you know it, Juno weekend's here and we've got all the awards being handed out and so many great performances. So we're hanging in there. We're just having a good time with it.
Well, let's get right into it because we did say that yes, there's the broadcast of the Junos, which we'll make quick mention later on. There is really Juno weekend because it's not just one night, it's 2 nights of awards being given out.
Mm-hmm.
But leading into this, it's about a lot of events that are going on. For folks who don't realize there is a Juno week, what is that exactly?
There totally is. And it's already kicked off. So the first event was last Friday, and it was the Frequencies Showcase here in Toronto. So that was a lot of really great global music. And tonight we have the Jazz Showcase for all the jazz lovers out there. And then next week we have the Famous Songwriter Circle. And this year is just such a good lineup. I'm so excited. We go into an Indigenous artist showcase, into the Block Showcase, and then before you know it, it's Juno's weekend. And all of this can be live streamed. So, yes, please do attend, get out there and see the music if you're in Toronto. But otherwise, go to cbcmusic.ca/Junos and we live stream every single Juno event.
Why is it so important to have these events? I think for myself, it's a really great way for fans to connect with artists who maybe they won't get a chance to see because tickets sell so quickly when it comes to the broadcast of the Junos. Is that another way of connecting fans with the artists?
100%. That's a really big, flashy event once you get into the weekend. And it's a, really tightly curated group of performers, usually people who are heavily nominated. But the showcases still highlight nominees. Like you said, they might just be on a little bit more of a smaller scale. Maybe they're more up and coming. But it's a really incredible way to meet all of the other nominees because there's over like 40 or 50 awards at this point. So there's tons of other people involved who deserve to be celebrated and meet their fans and get out there. And like I said, I think everyone's just excited to be connected again.
I'm just curious because I know that I'm used to flying to the Junos.
I
I mean, it's
know.
great the fact that I get to just get up here in Toronto and just drive over wherever I need to go to.
Yeah.
But everywhere I've ever gone to, there has always been some kind of sort of like a little Juno event happening at the airport. Is this going
Yeah.
to be happening again for Toronto for folks flying in?
Oh, probably. Yeah. I imagine there's some sort of welcoming committee of Karis people or Junos people. I'm sure there's going to be lots of signage. I really am looking forward to this next week kicking off because I think we're going to start to see the city light up a little bit because we're
Mm-hmm.
just easing into it right now. But before you know it, there's going to be so many different events happening and even the ones that aren't live streamed, different record labels, different industry groups are putting on little shows all over town. So it really feels like that club showcase environment again, where you can hop all over the place and meet up with people you probably haven't seen in a couple of years.
CBCmusic.ca is the place to go, of course,
Of course.
for everything Junos. Every year I ask you this, and every year you give me a great answer
Oh,
because
geez.
CBC always has these little surprises and nuggets to help celebrate
Mm.
the Junos. What are some of the surprises this time around?
Well, if it was a surprise, I couldn't tell you. So I don't know if we have any surprises specifically, but one thing I will tell people is we call the Sunday of the Juno Awards Music Day on CBC because we just go all in. If you're listening to the radio, if you're watching TV, there's going to be tons of Juno's programming, exclusive interviews. My show, The Intro, is being compiled into like a really great sort of highlights reel of amazing emerging artists, so many great radio specials, and people who are walking through the winners from the Saturday night, as well as the people who are winning and appearing on the Sunday night. Just so much content around all of it, because this really is kind of the jewel of, the Canadian music industry, and the chance to really step back and celebrate so many people who have not been able to play live music, who have not been able to interact with fans or, perform live on TV in a really long time. So we're coming back, and it's big.
See, you did have a quick surprise for me.
Oh, there
So
you go.
I love that too. Let's talk
Amazing.
about the Saturday, because Saturday is equally as important as the
It
Sunday.
totally
For
is.
folks who don't realize that, yes, it's not just a one night of awards being
Mm-mm.
given out, it's two night. What happens on the Saturday?
Over 40 awards are handed out. The way I like to think of it is the Sunday night, that's the show, right? Like
Mhm.
those are some incredible performers, some of the biggest names in music. The Sunday night is not just this industry event where people get in a room and they hand out a couple of awards. We live stream that too. And there are also performances from really big names. We've got Ruby Waters, Allison Russell, Valley. Like there's a big show that night as well. And yeah, over 40 awards are handed out. So the majority of the show actually happens on Saturday. It's a really big deal, and it's a long one, but it's super worth it.
And the thing people don't realize is, and I've had the honor of being able to report on both,
Mm.
and you never know who is going to actually show up on that Saturday. I have seen some mega and legendary artists just pop up and going, "Yeah, I want to go to the podium and talk," and you're sitting there going,
Oh yeah.
"You just
Yeah,
and
or they're being ushered back to you to have like a one-on-one conversation. That happened to me in 2018 with Arcade Fire. They were coming back after multiple years. It was the Saturday night, not the Sunday, where they were also performing. But they showed up on the Saturday night. Before I know it, they're being pulled back to the media room, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to chat with Arcade Fire? They want to talk to you." This is the wildest experience. I had nothing prepared, but I was like, "Sure, let's do this thing. Why not?"
Okay, let's get to now the broadcast, because this is being done so different.
Hmm.
Just everything. Can we just go through it all? Because
Yeah,
location, what's going to happen, who's performing. Let's get, because this, as you can see, my hands, they keep getting bigger and bigger. This
it's that
is
big.
mega big.
100%. So it's Sunday, May 15th. Everything kicks off, I believe, around 8 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's hosted by Simu Liu, who's just an incredible mega star. So you love to see him up there, and he's just doing so well for anyone, and for a Canadian, it's incredible. The International Achievement Award is being given out to none other than Mr. Sean Mendes, a Toronto local. So that'll be fun to see Sean walking the red carpet. He's just always a blast, such a nice guy. And performances wise, like I said, Arcade Fire's back, which is timely. They just released a brand new album today. So that's the kind of band you want to see performing a week after a new album. Really incredible artists like Mustafa, emerging artists like BB No Money. These are the people that I really like to see, is the people, who are those breakthrough artists and groups
Yeah.
who are really on the come up. And then you get to say like, hey, we saw them when. And that's happened with so many of the massive household names from today. We've seen The Weeknd perform. We've seen Avril Lavigne perform. We've seen, Drake perform in their early days. And now they're these global megastars as well. So yeah, it's a huge show. And speaking of Avril Lavigne, she'll be performing too.
Cannot
It's
wait
just
for
a
that.
really, really incredible group.
And she's going to kill me. I forgot her name. I'm not pretty. What the heck is her
Jessia.
name? Yes.
And that's a
She's
cool
the
story.
She is the one for me for this whole
Mm-hmm.
Junos. She is the gem of
Mm-hmm.
her story in the beginning, and the fact of all the nominations that she's gotten. She's the one for me. I am so keeping my eye on for the Junos.
Totally. She is to me like the perfect embodiment of like the 2022 artist story. She records a song parked in her car on TikTok, just a snippet. Before you know it, people are collaborating with her and duetting with the video. Then the record labels come calling, and she racks up millions and millions of streams. And now she's one of the, biggest pop stars in the world. And she's nominated for Breakthrough Artist of the Year, which is basically as deserved as it gets. That's exactly what you want to see for an artist like that. She did it from the ground up.
Absolutely. What are some of the challenges that you guys are having, because this is at the Budweiser stage? We
Right.
are talking outside.
Mm-hmm.
What are the challenges for something like this?
Well, I mean, I think it goes without saying that we're just really hoping weather's on our side, but I choose to see the glass half full situation in
Yeah.
that, we're still in a global pandemic. And so having an outdoor event with, some more space and breathing room and people can keep their distance if they're more comfortable that way, which, makes perfect sense. That's the environment, right? I feel better about an outdoor show right now for everyone involved, just getting things done than I do about everyone being crammed into a stadium. But, if it rains, let's just hope it's really majestic and romantic and we deal with it.
We're Canadians,
Yeah, man.
rain, snow,
It's nothing.
wind.
No,
We
no,
don't
this is
care.
this isn't California. We know what's up. We can handle it.
Exactly. We just celebrate ourselves and we celebrate our music. And once
Yeah.
again, this is going to be history made. Just
Mm-hmm.
curious for you personally, what can we be looking? You kind of talked about what we're getting here on your
Sure.
show, but I mean on Juno night, what are
Yeah.
you going to be doing?
Sure. So, I manage a really wonderful team of music journalists all across Canada, and they're going to be plugging away behind the scenes, getting all of that content online for you to see. So, for me as an award show consumer, when that show wraps or when it's happening, I want to watch those performances again. I want to watch those great speeches, those great moments. I want to hear what the highlights were, who won. All of that's going to be on cbcmusic.ca/Junos. And the way that we set it up is so fantastic because it doesn't matter if you're in Canada, you're not going to get geo blocked. You can watch it on Gem, you can watch it on YouTube, you can hit our website, and you'll find every piece of Juno's related info and content imaginable and just be able to take it all in.
And two things I want to add, of course. Also, you'll see my coverage on Rudy Blair Entertainment
That's
Media,
right.
rudyblairmedia.com. I'll be on the red carpet. I will be in the journalist area. I will be able to talk to a lot of these artists. And the other thing I want to remind folks, too, which this is really what makes it cool, because, again, I've been able to go to the Junos in several different places. You could be going to a coffee shop anywhere downtown or wherever, and then you can turn around and there's a good chance you can be running into one of those great Juno nominees and not even realize it. That
Yeah,
can happen.
no doubt. Well, like I said, the city's going to light up. Everyone's going to be flying in. They're going to have to get their coffee and their lunch somewhere. So you might as well take a wander and see who you see.
Cannot wait, getting goosebumps. This is going to be so exciting,
Yeah, it's going to
especially
be
because
amazing.
this is the 51st. Mind you, it's a combination of the 50th and 51st because we
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to celebrate last year as much as we wanted to. But
Yeah.
from the nominees that I've spoken to, they cannot wait to blow this
Totally.
city up with some great music.
It's time. We deserve this. It's time to get into it again.
Congratulations to you.
Thank
Congratulations to the
you. You
CBC
too.
team. Cannot wait to see all the glamour and the fun and excitement because it truly is not just Canada's biggest music night, it's Canada's biggest music week. And as you said, it's
Yeah,
happening as we speak. Congratulations.
100%. Thanks, Rudy. We got a fist pump on the red carpet, okay?
Promise.
Okay. Talk to you soon.